Hello everybody and welcome to this week's Nightwave Reset Guide for today, June 22nd, 2025. Let's see what we have going on this week. As always, we have the 3 permanent weeklies here that kill 500 enemies, the complete 15 missions, and the kill 30 Xmas. These 3 objectives are here every single week, and they are a good source of easy points. Next, we have Day Trader, which is win 3 wagers in a row without letting the enemy score in one match of the index. The index is on the planet Neptune. This is where you're going to be credit farming, if you're not familiar with this. Based on the objective, it may be a good week to bring Limbo out to guard the base so the enemy can't score. You could also bring maybe Cora with the Chain Dome, or Frost with the Chilling Globe, just anything that immobilizes the enemy. If you don't feel confident in getting randomly matched with other teammates who may be on those streams already. You could also bring some friends to get this done really fast. We also then have Antiquarian, open 1 of each era tier of Relic, Lith, Meso, Neo, and Axii. Really easy and wonderful source of points. You just simply have to open 1 of each type of Relic, and that'll fulfill that objective. Then we've got Vault Raider, complete an Isolation Vault bounty mission in the Cambion Drift on Deimos. If you're unfamiliar with this, these are the bounties that drop necromech parts and items you can exchange for Lloyd Rep to get more necromech items. If you're missing mods, if you don't yet have a necromech, this is an excellent week to be out doing necromech minded things. We also then have complete 5 syndicate missions. These are simply in the syndicate tab. You do have to belong to a syndicate. These are these factions that you get the daily reputation for. So the mission does have to have the little reputation symbol by it. There's no specifics on which missions you can complete, just as long as you do 5 of them. And then for dailies, we have complete a mission with only a secondary weapon equipped. We have deploy an air support charge in a mission. Both of these are really easy. You could do them in the same mission. And then I don't know how much time is particularly left on this one since I already did it, but there is successfully defend an excavator without allowing it to run out of power. So perhaps if there's any excavation up in Relics, it would be a good time to do that. Moving on to the store offerings this week, as always, the top row and a half is always here with those same items. If you haven't yet built a normal Vobin, you could at least build him and chuck him in the helmet. We've got the 2 Orcan items, the Nightane, the Kuva, and then a Hero's Way Blood decoration. Also this week, we have an Atomo Solstice skin, if you enjoy playing with this weapon. We have a Fulman Solstice skin, if you enjoy this weapon. There is a Volt Storm helmet. Personally, I dislike this helmet, but not quite as much as I dislike Hydroid helmets. There is an Oberon Oryx helmet. This is the deer-looking helmet. If you want to be a woodland creature, it's most of his helmets are like this. So there is a Necrostrachnus helmet. I mean, I don't mind it. It's not terrible. I think I'm using this one on Necros right now anyway. There is a Saren Hemlock helmet. It's an average Saren helmet. We've got a Styanax Sinmora helmet. It's very ancient Greek and Roman inspired. I think it's an alright helmet. Could be worse, I guess. We've got a Wolf K-Drive customization, if you don't yet have this. There is a Gyro Automation helmet. Now this helmet I actually think is pretty cool. I like the crystals with it. It's a pretty neat helmet. We've got a Loki Swindle helmet. It's an average Loki helmet. It's probably one of his better helmets. We have the Vobin Armistice helmet. And for those of you who have watched my videos before, you know that I hate all of Vobin's alternate helmets that are in the Nightwave shop because they all have this little binky pacifier mouth thing going on, and I just cannot with that on Warframes. It's just a nope. Alright, we've got a Lavos Cordatus helmet. He doesn't have a lot of options, but there's this helmet. Yeah. We have a Cycron Solstice skin if you enjoy playing with this weapon, and personally I actually do find this weapon a lot of fun. I might get the skin. We have an Excalibur Avalon helmet. I cannot with this. Look at how squished it makes him. No way. We have an Atlas Shikoro helmet. I don't really have any opinions on this. There are worse helmets out there. There is a Mirage Crivellin helmet. It's there. There is an Excalibur Pendragon helmet. I mean, this is better than that other helmet in the store, but still, I'm not a fan of it. We've got a Tatsu Solstice skin. If you enjoy playing with this weapon and haven't acquired it, there it is. We've got a Kume or Rahim helmet. I think this is neat. She doesn't have a whole lot of other options at the moment since she's newish. I like this. I think this is a nice helmet. We have a Rhino Vanguard helmet. It's not terrible. I still am not a fan of this mouth gang, but, there's worse helmets out there, and as far as some of the options, it's not terrible. We've got the Enoros Canopic helmet with the little zombie teeth going on. We've got the Hydroid Kraton helmet. I cannot with his alternate helmets. They are just terrible. I wish they'd make better looking Hydroid helmets. We've got a Vauban Esprit helmet. I just can't with this helmet either. It's in my list of my top 10 most disliked helmets, which I should make a video about at some point. We've got the Arca Plasmor Solstice skin. Now I actually am using this skin. It makes a lot of this weapon more metallic, which is what all of these skins do, really. We have the Dante Cantus helmet. Personally, I think this is a silly looking helmet, but apparently a lot of people like to use Fashion Frame for this. So if you have used this in a fashion, please feel free to share an image of it in the comments. We have a Volt Pulse helmet. This helmet's pretty bad. I just can't with this helmet. We've got a Wolf of Saturn 6 glyph if you have not ever gotten this. And then this week in mods, we have Range Advantage for the Akshagara. We have Sniper Scavenger. Squad receives 150% sniper rifle ammo recovery. Not the most useful mod out there, but if you like collecting, there it is. We've got Steel Charge Aura. Squad receives 60% melee damage. This one's a really good one to pick up. It's useful. It fits in a lot of aura slots. And it's a really good mod. We've got Sprint Boost. Squad receives 15% sprint speed. This is also a really good one to pick up, especially if you are on one of the speed frames like Vault or Gauss and you need an option for that. We've got Critical Precision for the Tiburon. We have the Energy Siphon Aura. This is a really good aura for ability heavy Warframes, so I definitely recommend that one as well. And then we've got Precision Strike for the Tonkor. And speaking of the Tonkor, we have a Desert Camo skin blueprint for it. We have a Cindo Manticore skin, if my character would hurry up and rotate so we can have a look at that. Here we've got the skin. There is a Saturn 6 emblem if you don't have this yet. We've got a Lave blueprint if you haven't built this weapon or leveled it up for mastery points. We have a Glassmaker sigil, which you can't really see behind my armor, but there it is. We have a Heat Dagger blueprint if you have not yet leveled up this weapon. We have a Saturn 6 Sindana. If you were not playing when this was the current Nightwave rewards, you can now get it for credits with the current Nightwave credits. We have a Norris stencil if you don't have any stencils acquired for this yet. We have an Oralworm's Rage sigil. Looks like this. I know you can't see it too well under the chest plate, but there it is. We have a Pangolin sword blueprint if you have not yet built this weapon for your collection or to get the points. We have shrapnel rounds for the Marlock. We've got Power of 3 for Ivara. Griffer fires 3 arrows and consumes 20 more energy. We've got Double Tap for the Latron. And we have Ambush Optics for the Rubica, which reduces its zoom in case the maximum zoom does give you a headache. And then we've got the Saturn 6 knee plates. Again, like the Sindana, if you didn't get this when it was current, you can now get it for current Nightwave credits. That's it for this week's Nightwave reset video. I hope this information helped you, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.